much, sir, for being with us on the program today. How significant is it that the junta is talking about holding an election now?
Well, this has been their intention to, to not allowing the military, the government, the democratically elected government, to form the government, and then also to the election. Because of the election result, they want the military-backed party win the election. So they try to cheat like a childish, like the way they are playing, the way they are doing with the election, as if they you can predict the result. The way they are trying to doing all this election process. I mean, this is not something international community should recognize, or this is a totally sham, totally trying to. Uh, they already overthrow a democratically elected government, but the coup is not successful. So they try to push another direction. Has been their first, the intention from the beginning.
Right, and we are hearing that they're going to release 7,000 prisoners, and I'm assuming from that first answer you gave, you don't expect Aung San Suu Kyi to be among them.
I mean, they want Aung San Suu Kyi to stay behind, but it is very important also international community need to know that the influence, the popularity of the Aung San Suu Kyi among the minority is significantly declined. But the revolution right now is not on her release alone. This is for the changes. This is for the changes from the very bottom up. The intention of the people is now fed up with the military rules and any kind of dictatorship. Not only the military dictator. There's any kind of dictatorship is sorry. We don't want anymore. Peoples in Burma determined to have a democratically elected government with the democratic values, where the minorities are not undermined, minorities are not oppressed. That's very important thing.
Give us some details on that note that you made. That note that you made of minorities being oppressed. What are some of the struggles that they face?
As you see that during the last 5 years under the democratic rule, under the NLD government, quasi-government, uh, the minorities like Rakhines, Rohingya, Kachins, other minorities, they all face atrocities and military operation, which is NLD was supported that. So before that and during the democratic revolutions, these are minorities arms group who supported NLD government, NLD party, and then or democratic movement. And then as soon as NLD government came into the power, they betrayed them. So that was a very unfortunate and there's a very shocking experience for the minority leaders. So they don't want to repeat that again. That's what we have been telling NUG government right now as well. Do not repeat the same mistake that NLD government has did, because the minorities are very important in Burma. We are a very diverse country. We cannot neglect or we cannot undermine the interest of the minorities. For example, like Rohingya communities. When Aung San Suu Kyi decided to go and defend the genocidal military at The Hague, this caused a lots of trouble for a lot of problem, because minorities has supported NLD government and the democratic movement. So now they have lost this trust. It is very damaging for the democratic revolution as well.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour and sharing that information with us.